Good morning, guys. It is a Saturday. I'm not gonna say the other part because that belongs to Fridays. I planned on filming yesterday, but it just never came around. So anyway, I've got a lot to catch up on. Since the last time I vlogged, I can't even remember what day that was. I think it was last Friday. Sorry, I wrote things down to keep track of everything because I happened to misplace it in here. So let's see. Okay. So yeah, okay. Or no, I actually filmed Thursday, which was actually on 4th of July. Okay, so Friday, I'm gonna go through the days. The 5th of on the Friday, we had board game night. We didn't go to bed till like, or at least I didn't personally go to bed till like 12:30, which was late for me. I don't usually stay up that late on purpose anymore. But I had a good time with Anne and Miles, so that was fun. Saturday we went bike riding on the canal, just Miles, Andrea. Originally it was just gonna be those two, but they wanted to get bikes, rent them, because they wanted the e-bikes that are a little more easier to ride. And it's just as well because Zachary's bike, when we took it out, Zach and I went and took our bikes because they were already set up and ready. Mine was fine. I guess Ricky fixed mine and it was great, but I was fine. Just the seat is uncomfortable and it made my downstairs area feel really uncomfortable and sore, but I got over that. Yeah, Zachary, his bike is trash. It's just the gears weren't working, the chains keep falling off. It just was trash, and his pedal was cracking and falling apart, so it needs to go, and Zachary's not interested in it anymore. So, and he just needs a taller one. He keeps hurting his knees up onto the handlebars, so he needs a bigger bike if we should get another one again. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not, but I plan on keeping mine. We just need to get rid of 2 bikes that are just junk and to get rid of. So anyway, so we went bike riding, went through the back way, went to from the canal, and then we went to the back way through Pennsylvania and saw the country roads and everything. And then I got ice cream at the little store down the road. I got blueberry cheesecake, and that was divine. Oh my goodness. There was also cotton candy I could have gotten, but I was like, I've had that so many times and I love cheesecake, and I was like, oh, let's get blueberry cheesecake, and it was so good. And then that afternoon, after we ate lunch and stuff, we went to, because we had pizza and that sort of thing here at the house, and then we went to Fort Frederick like we did last year with the other set of family. The only thing is we went on a Saturday versus last year we went on a Sunday, and they had more stuff going on that day and explaining more things. They had more people there, so that was a lot of fun. And did I get any pictures this time? I think I got a few pictures. I don't plan on putting those up because I did last year. I already did pictures last year, so I don't plan on doing that. What else? Then we went over to Hagerstown afterwards. Went to the park. That was a lot of fun. Got some pictures with those just to get some ideas, and I kind of wish I had brought my bigger lens because I couldn't zoom in as much as I wanted to, so that was a little rough, but oh well. I got some good pics either way. And then we went shopping at Walmart, getting groceries and that sort of thing. We were planning on making Mexican food, that's why we got a lot of the ingredients there. However, it was late and we ended up getting Burger King that's in town up here, so that's what we got. So that was all Saturday. Like, we had a big like shindig thing going on all day long. So that was fun. Sunday was Sunday, and then the only thing that didn't feel like Sunday was because we had family picnic over at our house. That was just different and weird to me. We did have a lot of the family over, which was nice, except for I felt like, I think it's because I was really just tired and I wanted to take a nap, and I was like, I didn't want to deal with all this people coming over. But it ended up the way it was, and it was funny because my uncle came in acting like a, it was so funny. I wish I had gotten a picture. Obviously I can't put it on here, but it would have been so funny. He came in and his, he wanted to make an impression on Miles. So he came in with, what was it? He didn't have a shirt on. He was carrying on as like a backwards redneck, basically. He had overalls, no shoes. He was barefoot. He came with his jug and a shotgun and a straw hat, and it was absolutely hilarious. We were all just cracking up laughing. So that was enjoyable. So yeah, we ate, and everyone had set up at next door games and stuff and desserts, so everyone went over there except for me. I just I'm not dealing with this. I want my alone time. I want peace and quiet, and I don't want to be out in the heat. It's been disgustingly hot out. I'm not dealing with this. So I had my alone time, and everyone else went over there. So yeah, and plus I had my online church time, so that was good as well. So that was Sunday the 7th. Monday 8th, Skylar's 3rd anniversary. My baby puppers. So yeah, I was thinking about her all day. It was just, you know, kind of sad and sweet at the same time. We went all bowling. I did okay. I didn't know how I'll say okay. I'm not bleh. It wasn't great. Miles did really well. He was getting a lot of, I think he got like 5 strikes in a row. He skipped the 6th one, and then he kept going with streaks. That's, I think it was the 2nd game around. He was really good. He was nailing it. Everyone else was kind of doing mediocre. Mom didn't do too bad too. She did pretty well, considering how bad her knee is right now. But I did wonky. I kept getting gutters. It was terrible. My ball, I blame my ball. My ball must have had dents in it or something, because I kid you not, it kept swerving around. It was the most bizarre thing, and I was like, what is it doing? It's like, it felt like it was going, like, it was like, I don't know, it was so bizarre. It was like it kept turning in different directions every time it rolled. I was like, oh my gosh. Anyway, I don't play for the sake of winning. I play for the fun of it, and I was like, whatever. And it was very much not crowded because we went at a time that was on a Monday. It wasn't busy, like, at all. Most people are probably like hot weather or summer. They're probably doing outdoors stuff, doing where there's water. Excuse me. So we had the whole place basically to ourselves. There was a couple of people in there, but it wasn't too bad. And then we went to, since we were separated, Miles and Andrea they went in their truck and their rental car. And then, because they had gone over to a sushi place because they like sushi, and were planning on going bowling, just the four of us. But then we combined. They're like, oh, I want to go. So then we met up, and then, yeah, they went off and they went to, I think they came home, and because they were going next door to have dinner with the family, aunt and uncle. And so the rest of us went to Brothers Pizza, and Mom was able to get gluten-free. And Zach and I shared a pizza divided up. It was huge. It was a 16-inch. Pieces were pretty, big. I did Hawaiian. Zachary had like buffalo chicken. And then Ricky got a panini, which was funny because he said he didn't want a sandwich. And yet he got a sandwich. Bizarre, but anyway. And then we picked up my medicine at Walmart because we were supposed to get it, should have gotten it Saturday while we were at Walmart, but then we ended up going to Walmart again and getting it. And then came home. Did we have game night that day too? No, because they were over there. And then the next 3 days I worked, or should say we worked. Tuesday was 2 houses. It wasn't too bad. We came home at a decent hour. I was able to get a 2-hour nap. I was planning on only doing 1 hour, but then I was so tired, so I was like, alright, let's just turn this off and see how long I sleep. I slept for another hour. Then we ate together as a family. Wednesday, I worked 3 houses. We decided to let go of one of our clients. He's just too far out of the way. We still are remaining friends. We're just not cleaning for him anymore. It's an easy house. He's so friendly. I love him dearly. He's a good friend. He basically become family when you know them well enough. But because of work, because Mom's going into schooling and everything full-time this next semester, and we're going down to 2 houses, we can't afford to go to a long-distance house with the intention of missing out one of her classes and being late. So, and he's planning on, we gave a name and number to a next cleaner if he decides to take on another cleaner, or if he's planning on eventually going into Homewood. So yeah, it was kind of bittersweet, but we do love him. We're still in care for him. We're praying for him, wish the best for him. We will visit him if he plans on going to Homewood again. It's not goodbye, it's just goodbye to the cleaning. So this was planning on happening eventually anyway, with Mom quitting altogether. So yeah. And then we stopped at a veggie/fruit stand and got tomatoes, green beans, squash, zucchini, and a couple of jams, and all very nice. They're all very fresh and delicious. So, and that was our Wednesday. Thursday, did 4 houses. We worked. We all ate together one last time because the next day they were planning on leaving. We played game night. I stayed up pretty late even though I was tired all week. When I say week, I mean the 3 days I worked. So, yeah. That was our last day. Hoorah, and fun times with getting to know Andrea again, and Miles, of course. And then Friday they left yesterday, and then I got around to some chores around the house, but we really didn't get to much. We got I took down the air mattress that Ricky was sleeping on, cleaned up the basement. I helped wash the bedding and remade the bed. Dealt with the cats, the cats outside, putting their medicine on. Poor Pencil, she was not having it that day. She was freaked out about it, but I managed to get the other 2 difficult cats. But eventually I got around to getting the rest of the pencil. I did half of it the one time, and then she kept running away. And eventually I got the rest of it. When I say medicine, I mean the flea and tick medicine. And Mo was actually not too difficult. I distract her with treats, so. So anyway, yeah, we didn't really do as much. I kind of just rested, took a nap, and I did get some editing done, so I'm catching up with those. And yeah, here I am today. So I plan on getting some more dust. I did some dusting yesterday. Gotta do the rest of it. Vacuum. I'm not doing my laundry till Monday because we're not working Monday. Clean the bathroom. So between either today or Monday, I'll get a lot of the stuff done. And we're getting back into our regular schedule. As much as I love vacation time or even a staycation and having guests over, it's exhausting. And I'm just like, after like about a week, I'm like, okay, it's time to get back to a regular schedule. So, yeah. I enjoyed my time with both Andrea and Miles, and they plan on coming back again. So we didn't scare them off, thank goodness. They enjoyed their time, and it was relaxing and fun and exciting, and yeah. It was low-key, and I liked the low-keyness about it, so yeah. That's kind of like the huge gist in general and the updates on that, so, and yeah, I'm gonna get myself going because it's I don't know what time it is, but I need to get my medicine and food in me and all that jazz, so you'll see me later at Bible time. Hey guys, it's everybody's favorite time of the vlog, Bible time. So let's get started. So we're in chapter 3 of Deuteronomy, and this is titled Victory over Og of Bashan. Next, we turned and headed for the land of Bashan, where King Og and his entire army attacked us at Edrei. But the Lord told me, do not be afraid of him, for I have given the victory over Og and his entire army, and I'll give you all of his land. Treat him just as you treated King Sihon of the Amorites who ruled in Heshbon. So the Lord our God handed King Og and all of his people over to us, and we killed them all. Not a single person survived. We conquered all 60 of his towns, the entire Argob region of his kingdom of Bashan. Not a single town escaped our conquest. These towns were all fortified with high walls and barred gates. We also took many unwalled villages at the same time. We completely destroyed the kingdom of Bashan, just as we had destroyed King Sihon of Heshbon. We destroyed all the people in every town. We conquered men, women, and children alike. No mercy. Showed no mercy. But we kept all the livestock for ourselves and took plunder from all the towns. So we took the land of the 2 Amorite kings east of the Jordan River, all the way from the Arnon Gorge to the Mount Hermon. Mount Hermon is called Saran by the Sidonians, and the Amorites call it Sinir. We had now conquered all the cities at the plateau and all Gilead and Bashan, as far as the towns of Shalaka and Edrei, which were part of Og's kingdom of Bashan. King Og of Bashan was the last survivor of the giant Rephaites. His bed was made of iron and was more than 13 feet long and 6 feet wide, so that kind of gives you an idea of how big he was. It can still be seen in the Amorite city of Habah. Can it now? Interesting. So here's a little sidebar called Impossible Odds. The Israelites faced a big problem. The well-trained army of Og, the king of Bashan, was much stronger, but Israel defeated them because God had fought for them. facing a huge problem like those Israelites, maybe the odds you face seem impossible to beat. The same God who saw Og's army as no challenge at all is right there with you. So the next section is called Land Division East of the Jordan. And then we took possession of this land. I gave to the tribes of Reuben and Gad the territory beyond Arar along the Arnon Gorge, plus half of the hill country of Gilead with its towns. Then I gave the rest of Gilead and all of Bashan, or Og's former kingdom, to the half-tribe of Manasseh. This entire Orgob region of Bashan used to be known as the land of the Renathanites. Jair, a leader from the tribe of Messenia, conquered the whole Orgob region of Bashan all the way to the border of the Geshurites and Mechanites, however you want to put that. Jair renamed this region after himself, calling it the towns of selfish of you, towns of Jair. It is still known as today. I gave Gilead to the clan of Machir, but I also gave part of Gilead to the tribes of Reuben and Gad. Then the area I gave them extended from the middle of the Aran Gorge in the south of Jabbok River on the Emorian frontier. They also received the Jordan Valley all the way from the Sea of Galilee down to the Dead Sea. Wow! With the Jordan River serving as the western boundary. To the east, where the slopes of Pisgah. At that time, I gave this command to the tribes that would live east of the Jordan. Although the Lord your God has given you in this land as your property, all your fighting men must cross the Jordan ahead of you. Your Israelite relatives, armed and ready to assist them. Your wives, children, numerous livestock, however, may be left behind in the towns I've given you. Then the Lord has given security to the rest of the Israelites as he has to you. And when they occupy the land your Lord your God has given them across the Jordan River, then you may all return here to the land I have given you. Another sidebar called a secret weapon. Ooh, wonder what that could be. The Lord your God will fight for you. Woo! What encouraging news for Joshua, who was to lead his men against army after army in the promised land. Since God promised to help him win every battle, he had nothing to fear. Our battles may not be against godless armies, but they are just as real Joshua's. Whether we have a need to resist temptation or are battling fear, God has promised to fight with and for us as we obey. Amen. Now the next section is called Moses forbidden to enter the land. Oof. At that time I gave Joshua this charge. You have seen for yourself everything the Lord your God has done to these two kings. He will do the same to all the kingdoms on the west side of the Jordan. Do not be afraid. Doesn't that say that throughout the Bible? Do not be afraid. So many times. And yet we still humans are still afraid. Still relying on God. Just as guilty there. Yeah, I'm definitely guilty with that. Oh gosh, I just lost my place. Oh, there we go. Do not be afraid of the nations there, for the Lord your God will fight for you. At that time I pleaded with the Lord and said, O sovereign Lord, you have only begun to show your greatness and strength of your hand to me, your servant. Is there any God in heaven and on the earth who can perform such great and mighty deeds as you do? Please let me cross the Jordan to see the wonderful land on the other side of beautiful hill country in the Lebanon mountains. But the Lord was angry with me because of you, and he would not listen to me. That's enough, he declared. Speak of it no more. But go up to Pisgah Peak and look over the land in every direction. Make sure you look in every direction. North, south, east, west. South, north, south, east, west. There you go. For he will lead the people across Jordan. He will give them all the land you now see before you as their possession. So we stayed in the valley near Beth Peor. And that's chapter 3 of Deuteronomy. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I think it's amusing. I guess that's why I am doing it. But now, devotion time. We're going to get into Jeremiah again. Because we love Jeremiah. I only know a couple people named Jeremiah in my lifetime. So we're in Jeremiah chapter 25. Verses 1 through 6. Ooh. This message is for all the people of Judah came to Jeremiah from the Lord during the 4th year of Jeroboam's reign over Judah. And this was the year when King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon began his reign. Oh, Nebuchadnezzar. Oof. Jeremiah the prophet said to all the people in Judah and Jerusalem for the past 23 years, from the 13th year of the reign of Josiah, son of Ammon, king of Judah, till now, the Lord has not given me his messages. I have faithfully passed them on to you, but you have not listened. Again and again, the Lord has sent you his servants, the prophets, but you have not listened or even paid attention. Each time the message was this: turn from the evil road you are traveling and from the evil things you are doing. Only then I will let you live in this land that the Lord your God gave to you and your ancestors forever. Do not provoke my anger by worshiping idols you have made with your own hands, then I will not harm you. Koji couldn't have been prouder of the brand new driver's license that was luckily tucked away in his wallet. After 16 years of being chauffeured around by his mom, it felt good to be the one sitting behind the wheel. After only a few weeks of driving on his own, Josh was starting to feel like a pro. What? Okay. Let's just pause for a second here because it says Koji, literally says Koji here. And yet now it's saying Josh. Like, what? Like, come on. It says Koji right there. And now it's saying Josh right there. Like, come on. What am I... Anyway. After only a few weeks of driving on his own, Josh was starting to feel like a pro. Is this Josh or Koji? I don't know. All that changed, though, when he nearly averted a collision with an 18-wheeler. Oof. That's rough. Sorry, I'm distracted because there's a bug over here and I need to kill it. As a result of that close encounter, Koji learned a very important lesson. When taking the exit ramp, it's best to go the same direction as another moving vehicles. Oof. Yeah, really. They, the prophets, said, turn now, each of you, from your evil ways and your evil practices. God's laws are for your own good. When we disobey them, it's as dangerous as heading the wrong way on a one-way street. Anytime we are confronted with sin, we need to turn away from it and follow God's path. If we don't, disaster lies just ahead. Have you experienced negative consequences as a result of dabbing in sin instead of ridding yourself of it? If so, what did you learn? Well, yes. And with anything, with any sinful behavior, there's always consequences to the actions behind it. I felt guilty. I felt ashamed. I felt wrong. You know, if you're lying to someone, it just feels horrible. Yeah, there's always just consequences to our actions, and we need to ask God to help us through through the process of letting go of these things that are, you know, taking a stronghold over us. So I would definitely say yes, there are some backlashes to that situations. And what have we learned? To never do it again. That's what we should be doing. Why is it better to turn completely away from sin rather than to let go of it gradually? Because it can tear up your soul. First of all, to get rid of it, you should just get rid of it because it just tears you up inside. It makes you feel miserable. Why would you want to feel miserable all the time? Just get rid of it. Get rid of it. Say no, no, no. You know, get rid of it. You feel better if you get rid of things like sin, you know? Instead of just keeping around for just to make yourself look pretty. I don't know. Just get rid of it. Anyway, that is about the time. I hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, keep on smiling. Stay positive. I love God, Jesus loves you. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.